I'm Luke, your game master, he, him, sometimes they, them. We re-enter the scene where we cut over as police cars start to roll by, the flickering shape, flickering between that of a biblically accurate angel and a tall, non-binary human. On the side of the road, that would be Holly, played by Sam.
Yeah, that would be Holly, who is played by me, Sam. We both use they, them pronouns. Holly is a person transformed along with an angel transformed with each other in the pneumatic tubes. We're getting there. We're finding the hook. We're gonna nail that down to 5 words. It's gonna be beautiful.
Angel and human in one body.
I can be your angle or your Dougal.
And as we see, we start panning after one of these police cars with sirens going. There's 3 additional police cars because it's not a major town. And we cut to Jonesy, who has just failed to hide the group's van and pulled back into the parking lot that they said that they were leaving. And how is Jonesy responding to the reappearance of the fuzz, the popo, the fucking pigs? Oink oink, a cab, motherfuckers.
Exactly. Well, Jonesy, the smooth talking radio personality that joined NYPTS for a job that's a little more low key. He looks at all the police chasing him, and he's just trying to come up with a plausible excuse.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just trying to run through his head. It's all right, what do I say? What do I do? Would this work? All right, just trying to get plausible deniability.
Mm-hmm. And who are you?
I am Eric, aka Rhythm Bastard.
And I think then in the distance we quickly rush through the house, rushing through various rooms. In one of them you see a bunch of raccoons on some very old furniture, and another you see a bunch of strewn sleeping bags that have been abandoned. Bunch of condoms all over this place. It's gross.
Yeah.
So the teen's been fucking.
Damn you teens.
We eventually get to 2 figures who are in front of this sort of bronze pneumatic tube. The larger of the 2 is Slam the Knife Morgan.
I'm Sahoni. I'm playing Slam the Knife Morgan, the man of many angles. I go by he, him, and Slam goes by he, him.
And then holding what looks to be a divining rod made out of a similar metal is Ira.
Mm-hmm. Kind of hovering around trying to make sure that this is the correct tube. There isn't some adjacent tube that might also be affecting things, doing that. And hi, my name is Madison. I am playing Ira Fontaine, the expert in all things tube and tube related, not much else.
And both of you hear multiple police cars that have arrived at front. And closing a tube is typically something that requires not quite a ritual, but it requires more time than you would probably have right now.
So this is a literal tube. I thought it was a metaphor.
No, the tube in question is quite literal. Unfortunately, we do not seem to have the time to be dealing with this right now. Just kind of already shoving whatever equipment she had out back into the bag. We need to go.
Yeah, I think Slam is looking out the window. Mm-hmm. Do I see the car? All the police cars?
The police cars have arrived up front, but you kind of see you hear the sirens, you see the lights spinning red and blue against the now early evening, early night. It's a twilight.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more police out there.
And so what are the 2 of you going to do?
They're definitely going to ask why we haven't left.
I think the best thing we can do is hide before they can find us.
And so where would you want to hide? Do you want to get out of here? Do you want to hide inside the house?
Is this house do they have neighbors or anything? Is there a backyard that perhaps there's a fence we can jump over?
Not really. You could run into the woods.
Yeah, is there... I was about to ask, is there woods and tall grass?
So, to kind of picture, there is this long country road, and that's what you use to get here, and it keeps going on. On the opposite side of the street is sort of farmland, but there's this thin row of trees across this very dirt road path. It's not well kept because typically people don't need to go. And on the other side, you have like this gravel path that leads to the manor house, and there's a bit of field, and then it kind of goes into the woods.
If Slam was a smarter man, he might say that hiding in the house is probably not a good idea because, they probably have been through this house a million times, just shooing out teens. But I think he more recognizes the idea of there's trees and woods, and that's a good place to hide. How about over there?
Out into the woods?
At least for now. You can come back.
Yeah, this is probably for the best. Oh, I should have dressed better if we were going to be running through the woods. I thought we were going to be in a house. Let's go.
And so the pair of you run into the woods here. And as you are making your way to skedaddle away, or at least to hide while you can, Jonesy, police are coming. You know that you could probably quickly pull out and start ripping down that road where you tried to look to hide the car before. What do you want to do?
I think Jonesy's going to try to use his charm in this case. Like, just try to, play dumb or make it like he left something behind. Like, oh, damn, the Ira left behind a tuning fork or some shit. Well, fuck me.
Like he's out of the car, like packing his pockets and like searching through the grass. Like, where did it go?
Yeah, like he's on his phone, which I guess to fit his old-timey vibe is like, the Nokia brick phone.
So as you pull up, 2 of the 3 police cars pull in, and you see the lights like illuminating you from behind as the twilight starts to grow. And one of them says, "Sir, I need you to stand up with your arms up in the air."
Jonesy is going to turn around and be like, yes, hello there, gentlemen. One of my team members happened to have left one of our tools here earlier, so I just came back real quick to get it before nightfall.
Team members.
Yes, a couple of us came by earlier, and however, they shoot us away, so we decided to leave. However, turns out when we were packing back up, one of ours left a tuning fork back here. It's whole pneumatic tube business. You know how it is.
No, you are under arrest, and one of them gets out of the car and says, "Sir, you are not allowed to be here. You are trespassing on private property. From what it sounds like, you were previously alerted that you should not be on this property. You returned without proper authorization, and so you have the right to remain silent," and they start going through the Miranda rights.
Jonesy's gonna Jonesy's gonna show a little leg. No.
I thought you were going to say Josie's going to shoot him.
2 very different
Just
options.
rolling it up, and he's got like a Chicago style like fishnet under there.
Exactly.
At all times.
Can this do anything to change your mind?
And then he pulls out the leg, and it's full of Garrett's popcorn. How about this? It's sweet and savory.
And if you buy me dinner, you can get something else that's sweet and savory.
Candy cigars.
That's one word for it.
I am going to use a move, Grifter. When you're about to manipulate someone, you can ask the keeper what will convince this person to do what I want. The keeper must answer honestly, but not necessarily completely.
And what do you want?
I want to be left alone and sent on my way so that I can, I guess, assist everyone else more remotely and basically try to get the heat off of us.
Don't really have a way to get the heat off of you right now. What you do know is that you have one contact in this town,
right,
who you haven't reached out to yet. At this point, if you can get out of here, chances are the team can reconvene and find a way to steal the van out of whatever impound lot it gets in.
Okay.
But kind of, you don't feel like you can talk your way out of this.
All right.
ACAB.
Yeah, I know, ACAB. And, oh God, my notebook's on the other side of the room. What was my contact's name again?
That would be Clarence Horter.
Clarence Horter. Okay, Clarence. All right.
Mm-hmm. So if you are going to try and get out of here, that would be a act under pressure.
Okay. Yeah. So I am going to like pick a tuning fork up off the floor to make it look like I did it. And it's like, listen, it's clear you guys have some business to do. So just as a show of good faith, I am going to leave the van here and stay the night with one of my friends for the time being. Then I leave. Then I walk away. I walk away like a Chad.
I need you to roll me a plus charm for that.
Okay. 5 plus 1, that is plus 2, that is an 8.
5 plus 1 plus 2?
Yes.
Oh, roll the 5, roll the 1. You add 2.
Oh, okay. We need the keys to the van.
Jonesy, I guess, like, what's the least aggressive way to put the... Jonesy tosses the keys in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, just at a reasonable... He's not going to throw it at the cops because that would be a sign of aggression.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just like, all right, I'm surrendering my keys now.
And you just start walking on the road because that is the only way back to town.
Yes.
And we then smash over back to Holly, who's like flickering between transformations. One of those 3 police cars has pulled up and is helping up their partner, Officer Kowalski, who is on the ground and is kind of just rightfully freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm trying to just roll off the road into a field or anything I can sort of start masking. I understand I am flickering a bit. It might be hard to hide, but just doing what I can.
Roll me a use magic.
That's an 8.
You stabilize yourself, like you get back to a human form. The problem is right now, until you have a chance to fully rest, you are speaking with your kind of voice of God.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so if you say anything,
yeah, I think
people will remember and take it to heart in a way that you don't necessarily feel comfortable with.
I was also just kind of picturing I open my mouth and like to express some pain or relief after stabilizing, and then just, you know, static, multiple languages chorus comes out of my mouth, and I just immediately shut up.
Yeah.
And continue trying to roll off the road and out of sight of these cops.
Mm-hmm. And I think while you're trying to reconvene, you see Jonesy walking your way.
I start making my way towards it, but also try and signal like we should be, like we need to meet up further down the road because there are cops near me.
Jonesy was planning on keeping on walking anyway, so he probably returns with a slight nod and just keeps walking, trying to play it cool.
And so about maybe 5 to 10 minutes walking away, you're like at the point where you can see the outskirts of town. Like a lot of it, there's a mix of like the town square where you had gone to previously, the Thomas Delgado Mall, and there's like some small suburbs that you're going to pass through first. We also cut over to our other duo of Slam and Ira kind of trudging through the woods. What is your end goal of going through these woods, Slam? Because I have a feeling like you're the one leading.
I think like ultimately he just wants to get in a place where they can keep an eye out to see when the cops leave while keeping hidden.
Roll me a read a bad situation to do this. And Ira, if you want to offer up help, I will let you roll a help out.
Absolutely, I will help.
I would love that, actually.
That's just the 2 d6s on my part.
Plus cool.
Plus cool. That is 9 total.
Oh, how much?
9.
Same.
Oh, 2 9s.
All right, well, that 9 allows the read a bad situation to go up to 10.
Nice.
So you get to hold 3. So, Sahoni, what questions do you want to ask?
I guess kind of the first one would be like, what is my best way out? If we have to run, which way would be the best way to run?
You don't know your way around here, so as far as you can tell, these woods continue. Police cars can't easily follow, and chances are the fucking pigs are going to go in after some weird vandals, which is what they're assuming that y'all are.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Yes. So, as you all are kind of like looking out, Ira, I think, is a bit more visible in the woods here. Like, white lab coat?
Oh.
Yeah. just kind of like
Yeah.
definitely like more outfitted to be working inside of like a lab with the tubes
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
And y'all hear a voice in the woods. I was like, fuck, what happened? And rustling. And like it was heading towards y'all and the house. And then you hear them like start to turn tail.
What was that?
Ira kind of shrugs, like, I don't know. Shoots Slam a look like, should we go after them?
Might as well. Well, I guess that's kind of what he shoots back a look. Kind of like a big shrug of,
I guess we are.
might as well. Yeah.
We're going towards.
Yeah, and I'll consider that a what's the best way in. It would be a how can you follow them?
Yeah, sure.
And like they aren't doing a great job of kind of like not leaving a trail through here.
Slam, before he was a wrestler, his family had a chop shop, and I think he is well acquainted with hiding out in the woods, so this isn't really like that big of a deal for him. He's probably keeping up pretty well. He's an athletic person normally, so
Yeah.
Ira's just trying to keep up with Slam at this point, like stepping where he's been stepping and stuff.
yeah, I think Slam is making sure to help when he can, though.
Mm-hmm.
And like you start following this person, and after like 30 minutes or so, you've ended up on the other side of the woods into suburbia. Like you start going through someone's backyard, and then you're at a cul-de-sac with like lots of newer houses that have been built.
Does the snow reach all the way over here? Do we know that much?
Actually, as you mentioned that, like most of the snow had melted by the time, like all the snow was melted by the time you got to the mansion.
Okay.
Snow was starting to fall again.
Another one.
That's not good.
I guess I kind of I'm looking around. I'm trying to see because like I assume if we get to the sidewalk, no one's going to think too hard about that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you're just folks going on a walk, and nobody in these sorts of neighborhoods knows everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is. You might know a neighbor that you awkwardly wave at every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the two people right next to you and no one else.
Exactly.
I'm following. Big old like duffel bag full of just like the equipment. TM.
Yeah.
Are there any street signs, by the way, to tell us like what the neighborhood we're in?
You're on Conifer Way or Conifer Drive.
It's a conifer, at least.
It was a surprisingly long walk all the way over here. We didn't even see the person we were following.
I didn't even know that it connected to this part of town. So what is it that you do exactly?
I keep maintenance of the tubes to keep everything running properly and not have, kind of waves her hand at the snow that is following. Prevent this sort of thing from happening. But usually I stick to the main hub, so, out in the field is not exactly where I normally hang out.
I could tell by your shoes. You should always wear comfortable shoes.
High heels were not the best choice for today.
So, like, as you're continuing to walk, you do see that, like, the way that the streets are laid out, you can get your way back to the Hilton Jr., if that is the way that you want to head.
I assume we've completely lost track of the person we had been initially following.
Roll a investigate a mystery, one of you. Whoever would have been leading.
All right, and that would be Slam.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, all right. Well,
I can still help if I can.
Yeah, I'll let you help.
yes, please let me. Please help.
I rolled double sixes, baby, and I get +2 to sharp.
I rolled a 7 total.
So the good news is with that 14, it's treated as a 12.
Oh,
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
So you get to ask me any question that you want, Sahoni.
I think like the question I very much want to ask is, where is the person we were following?
So at a point when you were following them, they started moving through these woods faster. Like they sensed that they were being followed, because I don't think that y'all are necessarily the most quiet or subversive. Or you're assuming that they probably got out of here maybe a good few minutes and then like folded into the darkness once again. So they have effectively avoided y'all, but they were moving through like they knew how to get through the woods. and likely that they were a lot better equipped to get through the woods.
So you think whoever it was lives here?
Considering how quickly they made it through, I wouldn't put it past them.
Well, that at least narrows down where we had got to look.
On top of that, it also gives us quite a clear access to the back of the house. We'll just have to trudge back through the woods again.
Oh, the cops did talk about teens breaking in.
Maybe that's the way they've been doing it, through the woods.
Maybe it was a teen.
Probably.
And we then cut back to our other duo of Holly and Jonesy. Jonesy, do you want to make that call?
Yeah, Clarence, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna whip out my Nokia cell phone and call up my buddy Clarence.
How long ago did you last see Clarence? I'm assuming it's been a few years at least.
Yeah, like 5 years.
Yeah, like you still have his number in the phone. Hello, this is, who is this?
Hey, Clarence, it's your old pal Jonesy. Guess who's finally in your neck of the woods?
Jonesy Smitherson. I want to meet a friend. It has been way too long.
Yeah, of course. We can meet up for some coffee and have some good old times. I got a friend of mine with me, if you don't mind.
Oh, not at all. Yes. Do you want me to text you the address?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Yeah, if they quickly text you an address, I will see you when you get here, and I will have some a fresh pot on.
All right. Looking forward to it, buddy.
And I assume y'all call an Uber or a Lyft or a Pick'ems.
Yeah, we'll call it Pick'ems.
Pick them up, baby.
A guy in a flatbed pickup truck comes and has you get into the back of the truck and drives you out to a large building. It's a big mansion. It's comparable to Old Shoe Manor. And there is a gate out front that says Mayoral Mansion.
Oh, shit. We about to be fucking with the mayor.
And there's like one of those boxes as you get out of the truck to like call in.
Hey, Clarence. It's Jonesy here.
Ah, yes. And the gate swings open. And you like walk, and it's a good like 5-minute walk to the front door. This place is opulent AF. And he like opens the door a good 2 minutes before you get in there. Kind of just is in an awkward position of he has opened the door. He does not want to close it again because that would be weirder.
Right.
He's like, Jonesy, it's been too long, old boy.
Oh, it certainly has. Finally came around all the way out here. I see a man now.
Yes. Oh, and who is your friend?
Oh, this is my friend Holly from work. Yeah, wait.
Wonderful to meet you, Holly.
Holly just extends their hand to shake.
Strong, silent type?
Yeah, well, we're from work, and you know how offices can be. So, it's been so long. How have you been holding up?
Oh, very well. There was a open seat, and I kind of used some of that late night TV hosting notoriety to run for mayor, and then you want to know what the key is to continuing to get elected?
What is it?
I gutted the budget of the police force.
Hey, that's always something reliable, Because, who needs a police when people really need houses and roads and schools and libraries?
And infrastructure. Exactly. So we were also able to cut taxes while expanding all of these public services because we're no longer paying 30% of our annual budget to the police force.
Hey, that's a smart move right there.
Mm-hmm.
And, I guess they have a mutual backslap and all kind of try to make their way toward the sitting room or the equivalent thereof.
Oh, yeah. He's got a carafe of coffee and cups and cream and everything. The furniture in here is very nice. And he's like, so what brings you to town?
Well, we are working for the pneumatic tube system, and, I wanted something just a little bit more low-key after I got out of the radio announcing business, and, turns out there's a tube somewhere around here in this town that is malfunctioning, so, they're setting us off on company dime to go take a look at, and I figured, we're kind of moving things around, why not stop by and say hi to an old friend?
Yes, I have no idea what any of that means, but I'm glad to see you.
Same here.
As a side note, reminder, most people have no idea what the pneumatic tubes is. They kind of exist as a rumor.
Okay.
So it's like someone saying, "Oh yeah, no, we're putting in advanced broadband cables." And it's like, okay, yeah, sure, I whatever.
Yeah, with the cable company.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And yeah, Holly is part of the little team we're running. That's been taking care of the situation.
Mm-hmm. And I think having a sip of the coffee is enough to heal you, so you can get back to talking normally, Holly.
Oh, that is a fine sip of brew there. Oh, sorry. It's just needed to come alive, I suppose. Long day, long night.
Oh, well, you are both welcome to stay here for the night. Looks like we're having another one of these weird snows. You know what's causing it, right?
Well, I mean, upstate New York always has these crazy snowstorms.
Not like this. My money is on druids.
Druids, you say?
Yes. Ancient white people building stones in various orders and thinking that they can control nature and commune and turn into animals.
Oh, they're not alone in their believing across cultures of many, many worlds, nations, beyond just this one. And I mean beyond this world, beyond this. Humans or human-like folks such as yourself try to commune with nature. No, sorry, that's beside the point. I do think maybe the snow is more complex or simple than we think.
No, but what makes you think druids? Have you been seeing any stone structures we should check out around town?
You know, when I was hosting the late night movies, we had all those druid movies. And it's like, well, they probably got to be back at some point. I mean, there's Curse of the Druid, Druid's Blood, Scream, Druid's Scream, Druid's Kiss, Druids of the Darkness, Daughters of the Druids. A lot of druid movies.
That's because my favorite one was actually of the sewer alligator that became a druid.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, he had a lot of dogs with him. I don't know what. Yeah, exactly. I can hear him right now.
Yeah, Leatherskin, the druid with dogs.
Yes.
That was a good one. Lots of tits.
Oh, so many.
Had to censor it. A lot of blue on the screen then. But yeah, I think druids are up to all this snow for whatever reason. So I figure something will happen probably.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a really nice town you're in charge of here. Also, there's that old shoe manor. That haunted house on the outskirts. What's the deal with that?
Yeah, Jebediah Shue built that back in the 1800s, and when his son died in World War I, he didn't really have any other children, so it went to his distant family. We never had the ability to purchase it or anything, and so, the teens go there to do stuff, and the vagrants go there to do stuff, and we try and keep them out, but, it's kids will be kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why, you got questions about it? You want a tour? You want special disposition?
Oh, well, it'd be great if we can get a look around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you need, yeah. And he just grabs a letterhead that's from the desk of the mayor, and he writes a note and hands it to you, and it just says, "Bitches, let them into the manor. Signed, the mayor." Give that to the police, and they know it's good for them.
All right, then. Well, thank you very much. We'll take a look at it soon, but first, let's just enjoy some more of this damn fine coffee.
Damn fine. And as you are, enjoying this, the snow is starting to rapidly pile up outside. And we cut back to our other pair, Slam and Ira.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You headed back to the hotel?
Yeah, I assume that's where we'd go.
Yeah, I think we're heading back to the hotel at this point.
Yeah, so you make your way back to the Hilton Jr. and get back in. And by this point, there's probably about a half inch of snow that has fallen in the hour since it started.
Mm-hmm.
That is some significant snowfall.
You have a feeling that probably in the morning you might be looking at maybe 6 inches of snow.
Mm-hmm.
If it keeps up at this rate.
This global warming, huh?
Certainly wild. But once we deal with the, presumably this should all stop.
One way to find out, I guess. You just gotta find a way in there without every cop in this town coming down on us.
That is true. Well, we should go and make sure that the rest of our little team gets back together. I would assume that they would have headed here.
That's what I just...
You have cell phones.
We do have cell phones.
We do have cell phones.
A text, I presume, Holly, as they were the first to get pulled away from the rest of the group.
Mhm.
Just kind of a simple, like, we've returned back to the hotel. Are you here? How did the cops go?
No, we're actually at an old friend of mine, Clarence, the mayor. Did well for himself in the past.
Did you call back on your old cell phone?
Immediately get a text, just fucking pull out the phone, like, hey!
As you're having a phone conversation, you get a text back. Wrecked a cop car.
Wait, you wrecked a cop car?
No, texting.
Oh.
I am texting.
Like under a table, we're texting each other.
No, I think how that plays out is that like a ding went off and he just like saw Holly's cell phone go off and it's like, oh, tell him where my friend, like Jonesy was like, tell him where my friend goes house. And then he resumed the conversation in the speaking term, kind of like,
no, I was hoping that he did the old person thing of you text them and then they call you.
Yeah, I assume that what it is there's a group text.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That Ira texts, and then as I'm typing a response, like you see the bubbles come up, then you get a call from Jonesy explaining more detail where we'll be sleeping, and in very little detail, a text about a cop car that got destroyed.
It's like, oh, I see.
I send an emoji back of a thumbs up.
Jonesy just always does speech to text.
yeah.
Always the text. It's like answering, oh, okay, excellent.
No, Jonesy would send emoticons.
Oh my god, emoticons.
Jonesy's still rocking emoticons.
Old-timey emoticons. Oh, baby.
We're staying with my friend Clarence XD.
You have
It's
to.
just, I can't wait to see fucking Jonesy use Nuvu.
Oh my god.
Typing in T9.
Staying at my friend Clarence's place. Ooh, woo.
Disgusting.
Notices y'all bulge.
Oh, anyway,
I'm
okay.
leaving.
Just answers the phone like, oh, okay, excellent. All right, you're at a friend's house. All right, this is
3 = D.
oh my
That's
god.
because Jonesy is uncircumcised. Otherwise, it would be a B.
Oh my god. This whole bit is gonna just get removed.
Nope, it's going to get cut out.
No, I'm keeping it in.
Yeah.
It's gonna get cut out and be a Patreon experience only.
You're going to digitally expand it like Star Wars putting in new lines from James Earl Jones.
Right.
Oh god.
Yes, so with this conversation, you all check in. You all know that you have a way around the police tomorrow, and you make some plans to meet up. That is what we will cover next time on RPG Pals Club. Hi, I'm Luke, your game master, he, him, sometimes they, them. You can find me on Twitter at Coltreg, that's Koltreg. I also have a new One Piece and Simpsons mashup podcast called Domance Dawn, DOHMANCEDWAN. You can find us on Twitter at Domance, and it's a weird podcast where we talk about One Piece and The Simpsons. Check it out. Also find all my other stuff at LukeHer, LukeHer.com.
I'm Eric, aka Rhythm Bastard, and I've been playing Jonesy Spencer. You can find me on my website, rhythmbastard.rocks, because I rock so hard, I had to put it in the URL. By the time you're listening to this, my new album, Hardcore Nerdcore Punk Rock, will have been released, and you can get it by either going to my website, rhythmbastard.bandcamp.com, or supporting the music I do every month at patreon.com/rhythmbastard.
I'm Sam. I played Holly, and you can find me on Twitter at Frunding_Loom. You can learn how to spell it easy. I believe in you.
I've been Madison Rowan, playing Ira Fontaine. You can find me on Twitter at Rikuru, or at Quipster Rikuru. Rikuru spelled Rikuru. And everything I do should be linked through my Twitter account. Nothing in particular happening all too recently, but should anything happen, I'll tweet about it.
Hi, I've been Sahoni. You can find me on Twitter at Sahoni_stuff. That's SAHONI_stuff, where I do not only this whole podcasting gig, which I'm on another podcast called Barking Points Memo, which is a regular current events comedy podcast, but you can also see all the tabletop games that I actually make and design. I have links to my shop, which is bramblewolfgames.itch.io, where you can find Exceptionals, which has been featured on IO9, Gizmodo, Kotaku, Listen to These Nerds, Yes Indeed podcast, and The Voice of Dog. It's good shit, but you can go ahead and play that there. Also, check out my other links in a handy little link tree on my Twitter, which has things like my personal Patreon, my Ko-fi, and my Twitch channel that I do game design and things on. I have more games soon. Keep an eye out.
RPG Pals Club is a podcast that posts twice a month on the 1st and the 15th. You can find us online at rpgpals.club for our website or at rpgpalsclub.com. Our theme song is written by Eric, and most of our cover art, especially for this arc, was done by Madison. Also, our good friend Gene is taking a break from the show, but we wish them the best and send out massive love to them and good vibes. Happy Pride Month, and even if it's not Pride Month anymore and you're hearing this, trans rights are human rights, support queer rights, and
Fuck TERFs, but don't have sex with them.
Exactly. We will see you on the next episode, either on the 1st or the 15th. Catch you on the flip mode.